You know that sound, the one you either love to do or can't stand to hear. But have you ever really stopped and wondered, what is actually going on in your hands when you do that? Well, today we are going to solve one of the body's most common and most misunderstood little mysteries.
So let's get right to it. What in the world is making that sharp, distinct popping sound? I promise you the answer is probably not what you think. For years, we've all heard the scary theories, right? That it's your bones grinding against each other, or maybe your tendons snapping back into place, or, and this is the one that always worried me, that you're literally breaking your joints. Well, I can tell you right now, it's none of those, not even close. The truth is way, way cooler.
To get to the real answer, first we need to take a quick peek inside the knuckle itself. I know anatomy, but stick with me because understanding how it's built is the key to unlocking this whole secret.
Okay, so your knuckle is basically where two bones meet up. They're wrapped up in this little protective pouch called the joint capsule. You've got ligaments holding it all together and cartilage to keep things moving smoothly. But the real star of our show, the most important part for this whole thing, is a goo called synovial fluid. Think of it as WD-40 for your joints.
So the easiest way to picture this is to think of that whole joint capsule as a tiny, sealed, flexible bubble filled with that lubricating fluid. Got it? Because what happens inside that little bubble?
Well, that's where the magic happens.
All right, we've seen the parts list. Now it's time for the main event, the actual physics of that pop. So this all happens in a split second. First, you stretch your knuckle, right? You're pulling those bones apart just a tiny bit. This makes the space inside that sealed capsule get bigger, which causes the pressure inside to drop suddenly. That low pressure pulls gases that are dissolved in the fluid, kind of like the carbonation in a soda, into a little bubble. And it's the super fast collapse of that bubble that makes the famous pop.
And believe it or not, this whole process has a really cool scientific name, cavitation. It's actually the same thing that can chew up ship propellers in the ocean. So just remember, you're not breaking your bones. You're creating and then collapsing a tiny gas bubble in your own personal joint lube.
So, why can't you just crack the same knuckle again and again? Well, it's because it takes about 15 to 30 minutes for all those gases to dissolve back into the fluid. Scientists call this the refractory period. Your joint basically needs to reset before it's ready to pop again.
Okay, so we know what the sound is, we know why it happens, but this all leads to the biggest question of them all, the one your parents and teachers probably warned you about your entire life. Is it actually bad for you? Does cracking your knuckles really cause arthritis?
And the answer, drumroll please, is a big fat no. It's a myth. Decades of research have looked into this. There was even one doctor who, get this, cracked the knuckles on just his left hand for 60 years to see what would happen. And the result? Nothing. The science is pretty clear. This common habit does not seem to lead to arthritis. Now, that's not a free pass to go totally wild. If you're really forcing it or doing it excessively, some studies suggest it could possibly lead to some minor stuff like a little swelling, some irritation, or maybe even a slightly weaker grip over time. So, everything in moderation.
So if it doesn't really help and it doesn't really hurt, then why do so many of us do it? And why does it feel so satisfying? Let's take a look at the reasons behind that feeling.
Well, science has a few theories on this one. For a lot of people, it's that feeling of releasing built-up pressure in the joint. For others, it might be the physical stimulation of the nerve endings around the knuckle. And for sure, it can just become a psychological habit, kind of like a nervous tic that helps relieve stress. Some scientists even think it might trigger a tiny release of feel-good brain chemicals called endorphins.
All right, let's wrap this all up. What is the final verdict on knuckle cracking? Let's go over the most important things to remember from all this.
Honestly, if you remember one thing, make it this. You are not grinding your bones into dust. You are creating a tiny bubble in a vacuum that implodes inside your joint. It's like you're creating these tiny little underwater explosions, which, let's be honest, is a much cooler and way less scary explanation than any of the old myths. Of course, it's important to say that not every joint pop is a harmless little bubble. If cracking a joint is ever followed by actual pain, or if you see swelling, redness, or notice you can't move it as well, that's your body telling you something else is going on. That's when it's definitely time to see a doctor, because that could be a sign of something more serious.
But in the end, it all comes down to a really simple rule. Your body is the best judge. So the next time someone tells you to stop, you can let them know you're just conducting a little experiment in fluid dynamics. It makes you wonder, though, what other common body quirks are just hiding some absolutely fascinating science?